Hello and welcome to my channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. We are going to do a what's on your plate reading for the sign of Aquarius. So the purpose of this reading is to take a look at some situation that you might have on your plate that could either be too much for you or that you're really kind of not dealing with, you don't want to be bothered with. So how we're going to do this is we are going to pick a number of dishes that you're going to put on your plate as well as what those dishes are, and they're going to connect or correlate to a different oracle deck. And we'll take a look at the root of the situation based upon the Rider-Waite Tarot. So, when I was growing up, I used to always fix my plate and I would put so much food on it, and I would always get told that like my eyes were bigger than my belly. So basically what that means is that you see something and you think you want more than what it is that you can handle. And usually I would have to sit there and finish it, just to make the point to not do that. And it would be difficult. And sometimes you get a plate and you just don't really want anything and you don't want to put something on it. And, sometimes also, due to conditioning and expectation socially and family-wise and otherwise, we'll put things on our plate that we don't want to eat and that we know we're not going to eat, but we just get it because somebody else is pressuring us to do it. Like we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, or we don't want to go outside of whatever the construct is that's telling us that you have to have that on your plate, even though it's not good for you, it's not something that you want. Now, this doesn't apply to like vegetables or things that are healthy for you, because you're always, especially as a child or, whatever, we're going to always have that propensity to go towards things that maybe are not that good either. So there's a lot of, nuance to that. So let's take a look at the number of dishes that you are putting on your plate in your situation, Aquarius. Okay, we have 6. You are doing 6. Actually, let's do that again because I had 4 cards that weren't in this shuffling. So let's do it. Oh, okay. You have 1. Okay. All right. And I'm doing that again only because I pulled that 6 and there was like 4 under the deck that weren't included in there. And so I wanted to give a fair chance to get all of the cards. And when I did it, you only got 1 dish. So this means that whatever situation this is that you're dealing with it, you're not really messing with it. You're not really here for it. And that 1 dish that you're willing to get is just macaroni and cheese. So that is like the typical, when you go someplace and you're eating or somebody makes something and like all you get is macaroni and cheese, that means that you're not feeling whatever's being served. You just, it's not very like well-rounded or balanced. It just means that everything that's being served is kind of like maybe not that good for you. I'm also thinking like really picky like kids when they eat, they'll only eat macaroni and cheese. Like I've seen like documentaries, or I saw something where there actually was an adult woman who she just grew up and would only eat macaroni and cheese, just different types of macaroni and cheese her entire life. And there could be like food sensitivities and some other things with that too, so I'm not making commentary on that. But all right, so the deck that corresponds with this is the Mystical Wisdom. So let's get that card. We have Intuition. That's all you need. So you just listen to your intuition, and you're not going to go further than that. And so at the root of the situation here is that you are taking action to communicate an ending of a relationship. We've got the 8 of Wands upright and the 2 of Cups in reverse. So this could be a long-term relationship, some kind of family structure, because underneath this 2 of Cups, we have the 4 of Wands in reverse. So it could be a marriage. And I've been getting a lot of messages with these readings about ending relationships. People recognizing maybe that they're in situations that just don't vibrate with them. They don't match them. They got in over their head. Sometimes we get into situations with people, partnerships, because it helps us to work through our own thing, but we're not really as dedicated or really committed to the long-term situation of that, unfortunately. I heard someone say that, a lot of the relationships that people get into today are actually more like psychological usury, which means that you're not with the person because you care about who that person is or helping them to develop into who they want to be. You're there because you've already figured out like, this is what I need in a person, this is who I am, and I want this person to match this, and this, which is not wrong. It's not inappropriate to do that. You need to have some kind of standard, or else you will end up, trust me, in some real crazy situations. But when you come into it like that, recognize that person might also be doing the same thing. And so if that's the foundation of the relationship, it's just, how does this person show up? How are they doing this and this for me in this moment, in this space of who I am right now? You know, what happens when you inevitably evolve and change and shift and grow as is a part of life, and develop as a person, or develop spiritually? And likewise with that person, what happens when they grow and they shift and they change and they grow and their personality starts to kind of move around a bit to like match that? Because no one stays the same forever. And I feel like you have had probably a spiritual shift or change to where you're using more wisdom, you're in tune. I'm picking up very much like third eye energy, like you're looking at things more deeply and beneath the surface. And I think that you are watching signs, you're getting synchronicities and stuff that's showing you that you're not quite on the right path. Not because this person has done anything wrong or that this person is somehow lacking. It's just that they're not going in the same direction that you are, and they're not a good like spiritual match for you. Like your actual growth and who you are, they don't match that. The song that you want to play out to be your fullest expression of who you are is not going to be expressed by sharing this and exchanging the energy with this person. You know what I mean? Like having them in your vibration. If they were to play a song to try to harmonize with you, it would be out of tune. And it's not because there's something wrong with their instrument. It's just they're playing a different chord, and it's cacophonous, meaning that the sound is not pleasing to the ear. And it could be causing a little discord actually in your life and showing up that way. So you're recognizing that your intuition is telling you that you need to, go in a different direction, not necessarily with another person. It could be just to be alone, and you need to play your song by yourself for a little bit to kind of get things in alignment with what it is that you're trying to actually play, to allow your own light to shine, allow your soul's to unfold the way it needs to, and get in that imbalance and alignment. And then from there, allow the person that most complements that to attract in. And I feel like that's what you're doing. And so you're taking action to communicate that in a way that's, respectful. And I feel like you're going to do that anyway, because I'm picking up a person that's like moving towards like you're enlightened about the fact of how these endings impact other people, including yourself. And so you're trying to communicate in a way that is respectful and compassionate and empathic with this person, that you are needing to move forward in a different direction because you kind of outgrown the connection, which might have been, like we said, a psychological usury type thing, which is not a judgment. It's very common. Many relationships, if not most, are based on that, but you're just recognizing that and making a shift from that energy. All right, Aquarius, that's what I have for you. Straight to the point with that one. I hope it was helpful for you. Thank you for joining me on this channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. And until the next video, bye-bye.